On our way to Ben's Cave, Lucayan National Park. Took us about 40 minutes in the car, probably less than 40 minutes. Knox told me it felt like less than 40 minutes. But Ben's Cave was discovered by Colin, who took us out on his boat. Colin's brother was Ben. So this was discovered by Colin's brother. And that's why it has the name Ben's Cave. And there's a little sign, Knox is directing you towards there for Ben's Cave. Ben's Cave, the entrance to Ben's Cave was created when a portion of the cave roof collapsed. The clear pool that you see is fresh water, which floats on top of lower salt water. Underwater passages spread out horizontally from Ben's Cave for thousands of yards, making the Lucayan cavern system one of the longest surveyed in the world. Large colonies of harmless bats use the ceiling of Ben's Caves as a nursery in the summer. Orchids and Bahama liliads can be seen growing on trees around the entrance. So,
there's bats here?
they're bats, harmless bats, it said. No more than 3 persons allowed on the staircase. All right, let's check it out here.
Oh my god.
3 persons at a time, it says. Oh yeah, look at that. How cool.
I hear bats.
Yeah, I hear the bats. You hear the bats?
There's bats here?
Yeah.
They're harmless.
Harmless bats. All right, so Knox is going to show you where the bats are. They're right over here. They're flying around. You can hear them. Right up there. You see all those bats, those little things flying around? It is much cooler, temperature-wise, down here. There are fish swimming in the water right there. But lots of little things. So very cool, very cool. Palmer doesn't like the fish or the bats, but this is the underwater cave. Pretty cool that it was Colin's brother who found this. There's another cave that we're gonna head back to. They're doing a documentary on this cave. A girl, I think, that is in school right now is creating it, so. All right, very cool. All right, we continued on down the way here. We're at Burial Mound Cave. The remains of several Lucayan Indians were found in a water-filled cavern near this cave entrance. The bones were perfectly preserved under a mound of rocks and about 6 feet of fresh water. This cave is the home of a rare member of a new class of crustacean, and which resembles a swimming centipede. So this is exciting. We'll go check out this cave. Hold on to that rail, please. Tatum's got the lead, but she'll be the first one to run out there when she sees a bat.
There's bats? Yeah.
Keep going, go. I imagine there probably are. If there are there any?
No, that's a huge spider.
Oh, it is a huge spider. Let's check that out. Let's get that on film here. Look at that guy. That's a big spider. Don't touch that, Palmer. All right, let's go check out the rest of the cave. Go on.
Oh my gosh. Oh, big spider.
Big spider. We're not going to mess with it, and it's not going to mess with us.
No touching. Is that big
Yeah.
spider?
I think Ben's Cave might have been cooler, but I saw this goes back a little ways, so we'll have to go over there. And they found a new crustacean down there. I wonder where that goes down there. I don't see any bats in this cave either.
It's because there's no spot where the bats wouldn't be like a good spot for them, because there has like.
All right, let's get out of here. Palmer wants to get out of here. Palmer wants to get out of here.
It's kind of cool though. It kind of looks like.
All right, we've crossed the road from where we parked, heading to Gold Rock Beach. Our favorite beach, my favorite beach, in all of Grand Bahama. Going through them, I think these are mangrove trees, but don't hold me to that either. And it's not a far walk. It's probably less than 10 minutes. I've got 4 kids, and we could do it in less than 10 minutes. So I think the average person can do it in less than 10 minutes. All right, welcome to Gold Rocks Beach. My favorite of all Grand Bahamian beaches. And there's nobody here. Again, you have to pay $11 per adult, $6 per kid. But for me, it is well worth it. This is the beach that parts of Pirates of the Caribbean was filmed. You'll see when we get out here to the beach that it is just breathtaking. We're gonna go down here to a little bit of shade where those pine trees are. Plus it kind of keeps us away from anybody that might show up. But as of right now, the guy who works here and the Jacksons are the only people on this beach. So, it is just after high tide, so tide should be going out slowly, but the water's probably up pretty high. And it did rain this morning, so you can see the rain's back down. And that's just found a crab, and he dropped it. The chicken's out. So. But we'll walk up here and find us a good spot for the day. So this is our view. We're under a pine tree on Gold Rocks Beach, looking out to an actual rock. And then we are the only people out here right now. It's about 10 a.m., maybe 11 a.m. Not sure what time it is. You see they've got stuff down there. They must rent chairs and whatnot, but we brought our own. But the whole place to ourselves. Pretty awesome. The drive out here is kind of crazy, as Hurricane Dorian hit back in 2019, and it hit the north side of this island. Pretty much drive the north side of this island to get here to Gold Rocks Beach, and it killed all of the trees, and you can kind of see off in the distance a bunch of dead trees on the north side of the island. That's all you see. When Dorian hit 4 years ago, it sat on the north side of Grand Bahama for 2 days, and the water came up so high it killed all of the trees. We are on the south side of Grand Bahama Island right now. Most of the beaches are on the south side of Grand Bahama. The north side has very shallow water, and it typically rains quite a bit more on the north side than on this south side where all the nice beaches are. So during the day, it is not unheard of to have a storm going and you think it's close to you. It's on the north side of the island. The water on the north side is not very deep. So the heat of the day starts cooking that water and building those storms. Whereas the south side, just out here, off in the distance, you're at thousands of feet pretty quick. So this water on the south side is much deeper. So you don't get the storms as often on the south side as you do on the north side. We went out to Sandy Key a few days ago on a small boat, and we could see the bottom of the ocean the entire way out. If we were going to try to cover the same amount of water on this side of the island, we're going to be in deep water, a quarter mile out there. So much different, kind of the tale of two sides of the island. South side, where all your beaches are, it does rain. Don't get me wrong, it does rain on the south side, but it rains a whole lot more on the north side just because of the shallowness of the water. So anyway,